Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm gonna be showing y'all, well, not really showing, it's more of just a personal update. My car's been acting up, at least the stereo part of it is, and that's because the back speaker had an issue where my sub box decided to slide around for some unknown reason and break off one of the connectors. So to get started, I'm gonna have to remove my subwoofers by disconnecting first the wiring to the amps from the head unit, speaker wires, wires to the capacitor and such, and then I'm going to have to move it to the back so that I'm able to access all of the screws on the box in order to be able to further get it out of the trunk. So once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and remove the subwoofer and the box in one piece as I go on to sit it down on the ground, and as well as fix my carpet so that it's not bunched up the whole time. But after I do that, you're going to want to start on getting the back seat removed. And to do that, you have to pull up on the front as well as pry up on the back and push down to remove it. It's very simple, and I wouldn't worry about putting too much time on it because you wouldn't need to. But be sure you're careful when removing it across the plastic, because you definitely do not want to scratch up any plastic. And now as you see, I'm going in to try and take out the backs of the seats, and according to GM there's some way you can do it with some clips by putting the seat at an angle and that kind of thing, but as seen, it's not possible at all. You can try, but I mean, it's just too hard, it's too difficult, and so I didn't feel like spending the time on it, and it was just frustrating me. And I felt that it would be easier just to take the brackets out, because it's just 5 bolts, super easy and simple to install. And so that's what I did. And just with the brackets, I undid all 4 of them with my ratchet, and I believe a 15 or 17 millimeter socket. I do not remember. But you know, you go through your socket set and you should be able to figure it out. Super simple. And so then I a millimeter. And once you get it out, be very careful. And I cannot stress this enough. Be careful to watch out for all of your plastics, because this metal bracket on the bottom will destroy them in a heartbeat. I had a couple close encounters in that, and I lost my soul. My heart just dropped and I could not stand it. But be sure to get a specialty pry tool whenever you're removing your plastics, and be very careful when you have a metal pry tool and not to scratch your plastics, and to not ruin your clips, because unless you have a bag of random clips just sitting around, I'd be very careful. And if you're not, if you have that bag of clips, then hey, go crazy on it. If not, just be super simple, be very slowly. And so then with this, you're going to want to start on the side and pry direct pressure outwards, not upwards, not inwards, out, because if not, you break the clips. Luckily, I got out, unharmed, and all my clips stayed free and perfect. But if you don't pry directly outwards, then you have a high chance of ruining all of your clips, and I promise you do not want to do that. But once you get all those clips propped out, it should be very simple, very easy to just pull straight out on it, pull it out, and then sit it on the ground out by your car. Be sure to keep which sides are which. I know it's not hard to detect that by just sticking it up like, oh, this is for the left, this is for the right. Be careful, because you don't want it to just get all messed up. Once you have that removed from the vehicle, then you can certainly get to to the airbags and everything behind that, as well as the seat belt and all the other clips you need. But these seat belts kind of want to keep it in there. You just have to watch out for them, get them undone. But once you do that, you can undo it's this little rectangular thing that you pop out, and it says airbag. And once you do that, there's a 7 millimeter socket, or a 7 millimeter screw in there. You just remove that with a screwdriver and the right head on it, But you also have a Torx bit for the seatbelt, and I do not have the specs on that, but it's very easy to install. And again, you just reach into your toolkit, and it should be right there for you. As well as once you remove that screw, be very careful and easily pry out on that trim piece with your metal pry tool. Because again, I cannot stress this enough, you do not want to scratch your plastics. The whole part of a nice car like this is for it to be nice. And if you're rolling around in a busted up vehicle, then I can promise you everybody's going to be laughing at you. And you don't want that to happen. You don't want to ruin it all just because you're trying to replace some rear deck speakers. But after you do that, you're going to remove the back panel piece in order to access the 7mm screw holding in the window trim. And it's very easy. You just apply direct pressure outwards and just hit that in the pan there. And once you do that, you want to take a small screwdriver and undo that bolt holding in the window trim panel piece, which is very difficult to get to. It took me a little while, but after a while I was able to get to it and do it. And you just gotta be sure not to scratch up your plastics again with these metal pieces and with the screwdriver. And always keep track of all your screws and everything. You don't want to lose them. And once you get that done, you'll be able to remove the window piece and get on with your day. And also be careful with that window piece because the seatbelt is going through it. So unless you want to take that whole seatbelt assembly off, then just be very careful with it. And after you do that, you want to hit your pins. And there's 4 pins, and on this, I cannot stress enough, you need a pin removal tool. Like, these clips are insane. You just need one. No matter what, you need a clip removal tool. And it just makes your life so much easier. And for some of these, I had to pull out a little pick, flipped it out some, and just be sure to do that, because that'll save your clips and save your plastic trim from getting marred like I marred mine with the metal piece. But after you do that, you want to stick your hands up in it and apply direct upward pressure. You will hear the clicking sounds in it, and that'll be okay. Just be very gentle and take your time with it. But I can assure you that after a while and after some prying, you'll eventually be able to get it the way you need it to go. And there's also some wiring and a wiring harness that you have to unclip on the passenger side, which is super easy to get to. But after you're done with that, then you'll undo the 7mm screw. You'll be able to undo the 7mm screw and lift up and out of the screw and to remove the speaker. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Peace.